Good morning. It's Tuesday, November 26th. And this year that happens to be 2 days before Thanksgiving. And we all know what happens on the Thanksgiving weekend. Millions of people get up out of their houses and their couches and they travel to be with relatives and have a wonderful Thanksgiving day and a Thanksgiving dinner. And it's expected this year that there will be over 50 million people on the road and rails and planes traveling to their Thanksgiving destination. And the traveling will be the heaviest tomorrow, Wednesday, and of course on Sunday for the people to return, because many will have to go back to work on Monday. And so let me give you a few tips on this wonderful, wonderful holiday. You must be aware that the prices at hotels and restaurants will be higher, and they may impact how long people stay and how long and where people go. But it's not going to cause travelers to stay home. And travel has shifted from wanting to go to a need to go. And that's because of what's been happening in this country over the past couple of years with the pandemic and everything. So people are making great sacrifices this year to get this trip in. And there's going to be record travel in many, many places. And some airports around the country are reporting right now an increase. And then there are some airports like Cleveland where the traveling seems to be the same. And still, air travelers are advised to get to the airport 2 hours ahead of their flights to negotiate the busy airport roadways and everything, and crowded parking lots and long security lines. But that's not unusual. Every airport that I know of requires almost that you show up 2 hours in advance. So this is not a big deal for many who have traveled by air before, and for those who have not traveled many times before, maybe it's a good idea to let them know to get there 2 hours early. So if you're heading out of town, here's what you have to understand. The busiest days for air travel are expected to be Wednesday, November 27th, and Sunday, December 1st. And that makes perfectly good sense to me, and I would expect it makes good sense to many. And I know there are many who have arranged to have Monday off, and there are many who are taking off on Wednesday, a day early, or Tuesday, a day earlier than that. And many airports have arranged for you to get your parking space in advance. Pay up front and get a parking space so that you don't have to worry about where to put your car when you get to the airport. And that's a very, very scarce commodity in recent years. So if you need to park near the airport, then make sure that your parking space reservation is made in advance. And it's too late now if I'm telling you this information. And you also should take care because the roads to and from the airport will be busy. So you think you're going to get there 2 hours in advance, you better get started maybe an hour before to get there. And then you have this situation where people are being being delivered to the airport, dropped off, so to speak. And then that person who's driving them has to get into the airport in some way, shape, or form, find a spot to drop his passengers off in front of the airport. All of those things have to be considered in this journey of happiness. And drivers who may be picking people up from the airport during their travels have to be ready for eventuality. And everybody's got to have a cell phone, of course, So it's not going to be a simple get in the car, jump there, go some places for many. And meanwhile, I think the best thing is to probably avoid air travel if you can. But if you have to get someplace far away, you gotta go by air. Now, for many who are driving, the AAA is in partnership with INRIX, and it's again providing guidance to drivers regarding the best time to hit the road in their particular area. So that if you have any questions or you're in a quandary about exactly what to do, there's ways to find that information. So you can look on your cell phone or your computer to get recommendations on how and when to go to the airport or when to start your journey. So there's one thing I saw that said on Monday the 25th, the best time is to get rolling before 11 a.m. and Tuesday is best before 10 a.m. Things like that are out there for you. And there's long lists that you can find on your computer or your cell phone or whatever you use to gather important information. And not such important information. But if you want to have a safe journey, you ought to be prepared. Don't be running out of the house at the last minute. That's not the way to do it on this holiday trip. And so I leave you with that. Take care. Have a great holiday weekend. And if you're not traveling too far from home, that's good too. Just get together. Gather with the people you know and love. And even some that you don't necessarily know and love, but be a mensch, as they say in the vernacular. Take care. Have a good time. Open your heart. Relax for a couple of days. Because in 4 days it's over. And we've got to wait another year for Turkey, etc. So have a happy Thanksgiving and a healthy Thanksgiving. Travel safe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.